What's going on, guys? I'm outside. I love being outside. Do you see Dollar Tree? Dollar Tree. All right. Anyway, so I'm in the hood. Welcome back. Let's talk about Tamari real quick. A quick update on Tamari. So Tamari made a statement that she's still being dragged for, and that statement is, I don't, I don't want to be alone. He's the only man I've ever been in love with. I know. So who we talking about? We talk about Tamari. Tamari is the lady, young lady, used to be part of the Sister Clan sitcom TV show from the 90s. If you remember UPN 9 back in the days, maybe not 9 in your states, but it was UPN. It was a network called UPN. It was the Martins, there was the Sister, the Jamie Foxx show. A few, back when sitcom was huge. So anyway, while we're talking about Tamari again, she filed for divorce in 2022, and the whole world is still getting used to the idea that she's no longer married to ex-husband Corey Aldrich. So we've covered that quite a bit here, but today I want to talk about the statement, "I don't want to be alone," is the only man I've ever been in love with. The Probably the most popular rhetoric out there is that she's regretting that she filed for divorce. Is that possible? Yes. Okay. Is it an absolute? No. Right. See, there's no women or men for that matter. None of them are leaving a marriage where they feel like it's serving them or they feel like they're getting value out of. Never mind what your intentions are. You might have had a good intention, but if somebody left a marriage and left you in it, there's something that's missing. Okay, particularly from their standpoint. Okay, so you might disagree. You might say, I did everything for them. How dare that person leave you inside of the marriage? This was supposed to be forever. That's what they call OYO, on your own. Okay, no one is living a marriage where they are feeling valued or feeling like they're getting value out of the marriage or where they're happy. Okay, they might be unhappy. You might disagree, but the reality is that, is it your happiness? If they're not happy, they're not happy. Now, here's the other flip side of things. You're not responsible solely for their happiness. You can encourage their happiness. You can, let me make sure the mic is working. Okay. You can encourage their happiness. You can obviously make it easier for them to be happy, depending on the environment, the surrounding, and vice versa. You can also become the reason why they're not happy. But ultimately, if we're talking about an emotional level, everyone is responsible for their own happiness. But that's, so she's filed for divorce. Everybody thought they were together for 14 years, and they were married for 14 years, together for damn near 20 years or so. So everybody's still shook because everybody used to fantasize that a woman could never have any other options outside of her present husband. Now she's not helping in that regards because she's out here on social media, on TV. She has a new TV show talking about how much she regrets it. But I think she's more so confused than she's regretting. Okay. Nonetheless, the spirit of regret and guilt can absolutely kill your future, can kill your chances at happiness in the future. Okay. What I always try to encourage people: if you've made that move, you've pulled the trigger and you left that marriage, there's a reason. Now, when you're looking into the past, you might start to regret when you're still trying to figure things out, right? You can start naturally, you start to feel like maybe I made the wrong move, maybe it was all wrong, maybe I shouldn't have moved so fast, right? So you make statements like you don't want to be alone. First thing you should understand is that you're never alone. All right. Now you might feel like you're alone. You might have moments when you're feeling like you're alone, like nobody else is going to be there for you. You might feel betrayed. You might feel a sense of betrayal, not even from the ex-husband, because remember, you left that ex-husband for a reason. Let me make sure I'm positioning this mic right because of everybody getting excited about the decent weather. I think they said we're going to have 80-degree weather tomorrow too here. It's weird. We're in November. We're past my birthday. It's supposed to be cold. Shout out to everybody that said happy birthday. All the well wishes. I appreciate you for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. All right. So there's a confusion. None of this stuff is black and white. There's going to be confusion, particularly with your spirit, but there's a reason why you left in the first place. Is it always the right decision that you made? Who cares? It's really like, who cares? Bottom line is that that decision was made and you moved on. Or somebody made a decision to leave you and it's time to step into the future. Okay? What does the future look like? You definitely don't want it to be like the past, right? You don't want it to be like the past, because if it's like the past, that means you can't even trust. They can still leave you. And that's not what you want, right? You don't want people to come back into your life and they're flaky. You want a situation where you can trust, where you can rest into your essence, whatever that is, masculinity or femininity. You want to be able to rest in your essence, knowing, fully trusting in the loyalty that that person is happy. So whatever happened in the past, you don't want to repeat that. Like, why would you want to fantasize about that coming back? You don't want that. Okay. So she's saying, I'm alone. You know, everybody, like a bunch of men are going to fantasize and say, hey, she should just buy a dog and die alone, blah, blah, blah. I get that. I get it. You know, let's talk about your story. Why are you feeling that way? Let's talk about it. Tell us the rest of your personal story. Let's leave Tamari out of this. What about your personal story? Think that women don't have options outside of whatever it is that didn't work out in the past, right? What about it? The body count, right? What is it about you, right? Your story, right? Because that's really what we should be, what you should be paying attention to, okay? The reality is that no one is ever alone, okay? We might feel alone sometimes. There are people inside of marriages that feel alone. There are people inside of a marriage right now, right? They've been inside the marriage for more than 15 years and they feel alone. So, but why are you encouraging people to leave their marriage? No, I'm never encouraging that, right? What I'm encouraging them to do is do whatever it's going to take for them to find their happiness, right? Sometimes that means leave the marriage, but it's not really about leaving the marriage. It's about doing the self work. With or without the marriage is useless when there's any one party in the marriage that's not happy. It's only a matter of time. You're leaving your breakfast inside of a cooler. It's gonna be hot, probably hotter when it happens. So it's pointless. Like, don't encourage people to stay in a marriage when they are not happy. Okay? Listen, the last thing I want is for someone to pull the trigger on me. I've been married for 17 years right now. Imagine if that happens to me right now. I'll be devastated. I don't want that to happen. But I think something that's worse than that is for any one party to be inside of a marriage where they're not happy. Now, is the answer to just leave? No, the answer is not leaving. What I'm saying is that sometimes it's whatever the answer is translates to leaving. The answer is inside of that person, unless we're talking about physical situation, physical altercation, physical violence, physical assault, and things like that. At the end of the day, it's going to take an emotional toll on a person or both parties working through this. Usually, that means people are feeling abused as well. All right. But the point I'm making is that whatever it's going to take for you to find your happiness, life is just too short. All right. The one guarantee I can tell you, the one absolute of this is that it's going to take self work. So if you're the one that you're not happy, it's going to take self work. So if you run away from your marriage thinking that that's all it's going to take, yes, you might end up like Tamari, confused. But what I'm telling you is that divorce is hard. So regardless, she's going to enter certain phases, in and out of phases, where she might be confused regardless. All right. So there's no, oh, she's regretting it. She's probably feeling that already, but it's not accurate. Okay. In terms of in the grand scheme of things, we have no idea what happened inside of that marriage. She had our reasons, and they're all valid reasons why she decided to throw in the towel, to quit on the 14 years marriage. There's nobody that's happy inside of a 14-year marriage that decided to quit on it. That is an absolute statement. Take that, run with it to the bank. Okay. So no, I don't think she's gonna buy a dog and die alone. I think she's just going through a phase, and I think most people that go through a divorce will go through that phase. If you're that person right now, you're never alone. Okay. It might feel that way, but it's only just just realize that it's a temporary feeling. Okay, and if you need my help, my links are in the description. You can download my books for free. They're in the description, or you can simply book a time on my calendar, and then we can talk about how we can help you to get through this phase. But I'll tell you right now, the rest of your life is ahead of you. The best of your life is ahead of you. You just have to do the work. Okay, you have to do the work, and it's a lot more easier to do the work with mentorship, with coaching. Hopefully, you've been enlightened, educated. Let me know what you think. What questions do you have? But I have a question. I have a question for you right now. Do you think this is absolute regret, that she's just regretting this and she shouldn't have left that marriage? I mean, you think like, no, 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 she did the right thing. She should run fast, far away from that narcissist. I'm not calling Corey a narcissist. We don't know that. I'm just saying it's a question. Let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.